Hello everyone! Welcome dito sa Simple Math by Teacher Lane. So now, ang pag-uusapan natin ay tungkol sa radical expression. But before anything else, let us try to remember kung ano yung mga parts ng radical expression. So, ito ang ating radical sign. Ito naman ang ating radicand, yung nasa loob ng radical sign. At ito, kung maaalala ninyo, yung exponential expression, kagaya ng 3 raised to 1/2 at x raised to 2/3. Yung 1/2 is ang ating exponent. Ang 3 naman ang ating base. X ang ating base at 2/3 naman ang ating exponent. Ngayon, para i-translate yung exponential expression to radical expression, ito lang yung gagawin natin. So, yung base ang magiging radicand natin. Tapos, yung denominator sa exponent, yun ang magiging index natin. At yung 1 ang magiging exponent ng ating radicand, which is ang 3. So, may 1 yan dito. And then, for x raised to 2/3, so yung x natin is magiging radicand. And then, yung denominator na 3, ito ang magiging index. At yung numerator na 2, ito naman ang magiging exponent ng ating radicand. Okay, now let us recall some of your previous lesson on exponential expression. For example, we have 3 squared. 3 squared, this means we are going to multiply the base 2 times. So, we have 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. And then, if we are going to get the square root of 9, so our answer is 3. So basically, we are trying to get the root, or in this case, the square root of 9. So ito yung, we are trying to get this one. Okay, another example is 5 squared. It means 5 times 5, which is equal to 25. And then the square root of 25, now, please, don't forget na kapag walang 2 dito, automatically, may 2 yan. I mean, it only means na square root siya. Okay, so the square root of 25 is 5. So again, we are trying to get the root or the square root of 25. So basically, we are trying to get the base. Okay, the base. And then, another example is 2/3. So that's 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So that is cube root of 8 is equal to 2. Okay. So again, yung mga nakalimutan na yung lesson about this one. What if naman, if involved na ang variables? So x squared, it means x times x. So square root of x squared is x. So once again, we are trying to get, basically, simplify the radical expression. So square root of 12. Now, square root of 12, 12 is not a perfect square. Meaning, walang nag-exist na number in which if we're going to multiply twice, the answer is 12. So, unlike 25, 25 is a perfect square because there is a number which is 5 nag-exist kung saan if we're going to multiply it twice, the answer is 25. Okay, so the root of 25 is 5. The square root of 25 is 5. Okay, now for 12, what we're going to do is, since hindi siya perfect square, so we need to find factors of 12 in which kahit isa man lang sa factor na yon is a perfect square. So, for example is 4 times 3. 4 is a perfect square. Okay? And so, we will get the square root of 4. That's why we have here 2. At naiwan sa loob ng radical sign ang 3. Again, factors of 12 is 4 times 3. Tapos ang 4, we will get the square root. Kasi yun ang nakalagay dito, square root. And then, so square root of 4 is 2. Because 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So, the square root of 4. Another example is square root of 50. So, 50 is not a perfect square. So, we have to find the factors of 50 kung saan yung kahit isang factor niya ay is a perfect square. So, this time, it's 25 times 2. So, 25 is a perfect square. Square root of 25 is 5 at naiwan sa loob ang 2. So, the answer is 5 square root of 2. Another example is cube root of 16. Now, 16 is not a perfect cube, meaning there's no number na nag-exist kung saan if we're going to multiply the number 3 times, so the answer will be 16. So, walang ganon. So, what are we going to do is maghahanap tayo ng factors kung saan ang isa sa mga factor niya ay perfect cube. So, in this case, 8 times 2. 8 is a perfect square, perfect cube because 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. So, cube root, so 8 is a perfect cube. Now, another example, cube root of 108. So, 108 is not a perfect cube. So, maghahanap tayo ng factors nito. So, the factors are 27 and 4. 27 times 4 is 108. Now, 27 is a perfect cube. Cube root of 27 is 3. At naiwan sa loob ang 4. So, the answer is 3 times. Another example involving a variable. So, we have square root of x cubed. Now, x cubed, so hindi siya perfect square. So, we have to factor this out. So, ito ang factors niya, x squared times x1. For those na nakalimutan na, remember, x squared times x1 is equal to x raised to 2 plus 1. So if we're going to multiply variables, for example, the x, so we only have to add the exponent. So x squared times x1 is equal to x raised to 2 plus 1, which is equal to x raised to the third power. And so, if we're going to get the factor of x cubed, so pwede natin siyang pwede nating ihiwalay yung ating mga x, and then yung exponents naman is pwede natin siyang gawing ganito, 2 and 1, pwede rin naman 1 and 1 and 1, as long as if we're going to add, the answer will be, if we're going to add the exponents, the answer will be 3. So, balik tayo ulit dito. That is why we have the factors x squared times x1. Now, if you can remember kanina, yung example natin na the square root of x squared is x. That's why we have it here, x as the square root of x squared, at naiwan sa loob ang isang x. Now, pwede rin naman ganito. Yung exponent na nasa loob ng radicand, so that's 3, at i-divide natin yung number sa index, so that is 2. So, the answer is 3 divided by 2, that is 1. Tapos, another example. Okay, so, square root of x raised to the 5th power. So, itong x raised to the 5th power, pwede natin siyang gawing ganito. X squared times x1. So, that's 2 plus 2 plus 1, x raised to the 5th power. Ngayon, bakit x squared? Kasi nga, we know that the if we're going to get the square root of x squared, we will get x as our root. And so, kung makikita natin na may dalawa tayong x squared dito, so that if we're going to get the square root of this, that is x, square root of x squared, that is another x, so meron tayong dalawang x. That is why yung nasa labas is x squared, because we have 2x root. Kasi nga, square root nito is x, square root nito is another x, so meron na tayong dalawang x root, kaya we have x squared here. At naiwan naman sa loob ng radical sign yung isang x. So, final answer is, for the square root of x to the 5th power is x squared times the square. Another example, square root of x raised to the 7th power. Pwede natin gawin yung kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina. So, nag-distribute lang tayo ng x squared times x squared times x. That's 2 plus 2 plus 2. 6 plus 1 is 7. Pero, pwede rin naman gawin natin yung, like yung previously, yung i-divide natin yung 7, which is ito. 7 divided by 2. So, the answer is 3. Remainder, meron tayong remainder na 1. Okay. And so, etong 3 na to is, eto na yon. So, x raised to the 3rd power. At yung remainder 1 is maiiwan sa loob ng radical sign. That is why the final answer for the square root of x raised to the 7th power is x cubed times square root of. Another example is cube root of x raised to the 10th power. So what we're going to do is we'll just simply divide 10 divided by 3. So this is 10 divided by 3. So the answer is 3. And then there's a remainder 1. So that 3 will be here. So x raised to the third power, and the other one, x, will be inside the radical sign. So now we're going to combine what we have learned so far. So we will get now, or we will simplify the radical expression square root of 12x cubed. So 12, factor it out, we have 4 times 3 because 4 is a perfect square. Now for x cubed, we can have it like this, or yung kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina, we'll just simply divide 3 divided by 2. So we have 1 remainder 1. So that's why we have here 4 square root of 4, so we have 2, and then 3 will remain inside. And for the x, so we have 1x, so it's here 1x, and the remainder 1 is andito sa loob. So that the final answer is 2x times square root of 3x. Another example, square root of 32x cubed y to the 7th power. So 32, factor is 16 times 2. 16 is a perfect square. So ang square root of 16 is 4. Then 2 will remain inside the radical sign. For x cubed, so we will divide 3 divided by 2. So ito yun. So the answer is 1, remainder 1. So ibig sabihin, we have 1x outside and then 1x inside the radical sign. And then for y raised to the 7th power, we will divide 7 divided by 2. So ito yun. So the answer is 3, remainder 1. Ibig sabihin, we have 3y outside. So ito yun, y cubed. And then remainder 1, so there's 1y inside the radical sign. So final answer is this one. 4xy cubed times the square root of. Another example, cube root of 32x cubed y 7. So 32, factor out natin, 8 times 4 because 8 is a perfect cube. So square root of 8, cube root of 8 is 2. Kaya andito sa labas ang 2. At naiwan sa loob ng radical sign ang 4. Then for x cubed, so we'll just simply divide 3 divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So walang remainder. So ang 1 na yan is andito sa labas. So walang remainder, kaya walang x sa loob ng radical sign. And then for y, 7 divided by 3, so the answer is 2, remainder 1. So ibig sabihin, we have 2 y's outside and then 1 y inside the radical sign. Okay, so final answer is this one. And that's it. Hope you learned something. Thank you for watching the video. Bye!